guys, welcome to the Autumn Equinox reading. Of course, the sun is here. The sun had to be present during this reading, and that's because the masculine is rising, and we received that on our last message, and it was spectacular. It was beautiful to see that we knew the feminine was going first, and of course, she is the expansion within the unknown, the connection to the unknown. That's where she's working. And then now the masculine. And we're adding the positive charge to the negative. We're shifting. That's what's happening. And we're going to start working together. Now, they shared a message with me before I sat down. I want to share it quick. Everything right now is connected to the Two of Pentacles. We're working through the earth. We're working to restore balance between the dark and the light through self. And this is everything. We're working how to juggle everything. We're learning how to restore balance and become these multi-dimensional beings that we set forth to expand into. And what is being offered is the Two of Cups connection. This is what we've been working with. And we know we had many energies, entities, people come together to help us to get there. And that's why we're realizing we're all connected. And this is not just like a shift of one. This is a shift of all. This is what unification looks like. It's not like we're just setting forth with one thing. This is the true spider web. But what this is all connected to right now is still the power shift between the Four of Pentacles, the Four of the Earth. And we know that that's what the masculine's been working on, this grand power shift. But what's happening now is karmic relationships are coming to an end. People that are realizing that they're not actually in love, a love that's connected to spirit and the divine, through spirit and the divine, this, divine countership, they're realizing this. Their truths are coming forth to them. This is what I've been shown. And this is remembering that this is all going to be within our divine timing. And this is for whoever. They're showing that this is happening, but they're showing me that this is happening. This is the time we're in, because we're really amping up this creation of the Two of Cups. So we're seeing where reflected back to us what's not of love, and that's going to be connected to a lot of our karmic partnerships. But the thing is that there is still a love there. It's just a different kind of love. It's connected to lessons and balancing of our karmic scales, and there's still a love there. Just like, we can even have a love for the devil energies, and it's just because everything is all connected. It's all part of the one. And when we love the one and we love the all, it's part of unification. It's part of this creation of unconditional love. But we're still understanding we're in the energy of the dolphin. That's what we came here to do. And we can still, love the negative, because a lot of the times that's what's adding the positive charge. You had to find something there to love. It's still honoring how much pain was there, how much hurt was there, like how much emotion, tension, whatever those lower vibrational things you felt, and why you shifted from there to begin with. And being woke, we still forget. And the more we continue on our spiritual quest and we expand, the easier it is to stay awake. But that's the thing about this part of being human. We have to work through this. Now, I just want to share this message quickly that they've shared with me, just quickly, but I want to go into it more in detail further into our next reading, because then it's joining into something, another project that we've been working on here at the channel. So let's share this, and then we're going to receive our messages for the Autumn Equinox. Ooh. Raising the vibes. Everything right now is all about using our wisdom. And this is air and fire, okay? The masculine both working together. Sun and father energies working together in order to help us expand. But look, it's happening with the feminine. We're all included here. Libra's here to help us to restore balance. The Two of Pentacles, everything's happening through the Two of Pentacles, through the earth. We know La Luna is helping us to make it to the ball, wherever we need to go, whatever event is being created within our lives in order for us to expand to where we're going to meet up. It has to do with our truths and peace. And the masculine is going to rise. This is connected to the feminine's truth as well as the masculine's truth. The Fool is here to help us have a fresh approach and create with the colors of fall a new beginning. We're connecting to the unknown. Mysteries, wonders. We need this. This is the secret. Because we're working with the Council of Light, right? This is what we're doing. We need to bear witness. And this has to do with the moon. We're going to use the cycles and the rhythms, the energy of the feminine we're going to create within the void. And something's going to happen that's going to allow us to expand and raise our vibration, whatever we're doing in here. And it's connected to our new patterning, the patterning of New Earth, what we came here to shift and expand and do, mission work. Now, this mermaid here, she has a message for us. There is a message connected to caution, secrecy, and worry. And this is about being with the wrong partner. Karmic partnerships are coming to an end. And we are figuring this out. We're figuring out what this means all on our divine paths. And remember, confirmation right there from the universe. Thank you for chiming on in. They're all unique. We're honoring that they're all unique and they're happening in their own divine timing. But what is happening here is she's saying it's not time yet. It's just not time yet. And we're not sharing all of our information. We remember we're working with the divine and we honor what truths we're honored to express in order to heal and expand with. But some things that we are creating and that we're creating here within the void, we're working with the divine. And when it's time to share them, it'll be time to share them. But, you know, we don't always share everything. This is part of honoring, working with self. Now, this doesn't mean we're living in secrecy. We must know the difference. And this card has a specific message for us. We're going to dive deeper into it. We already did on the last reading, but we're going to go even further. Now, this is working with water and earth. And look, through the earth, Three of Pentacles. But the Three of Pentacles is working with the water in order to shift with it and create the tetrahedron that we need. And look, these are all going to turn in whichever which way they need to move and purify and do what they need to do with the water energies, the mother energies, to work with the daughter energies to create this. And this is what we need. Telepathy. Connection. This is what we're creating within the Two of Cups. And you know what? Many of you have experienced that telepathy with your twin, with your counterpart. Now, we're freeing. Because karmic relationships are coming to an ending, we're freeing. We're being freed from the soul cage. But these karmic relationships are ending through self. This is not, you know, the feminine getting involved in the masculine and the masculine getting involved in the feminine. This is not codependency. This is happening through self. We're honoring this through self. So we're going to honor the masculine. We're diving much deeper into this because this message is connected to the time we are in. And look at that. Air. Breathing deep. Entering into life. Exchange of life. Bringing energies. And this is what's being offered. And this all has everything to do with the connection to entering Libra season. But we'll get there. Right now, we have to receive our messages because it's Autumn Equinox. Let's see what's going down, guys. Let's see what's going down. Or shall I say, let's see what's going up. Let's see what's going up. Alrighty. Let's start here. Let's see what's happening. Fog, veiled. And it's connected to music, harmony. And ceremony. Invocation. You remember fall is a time of letting go. Spring equinox, rebirth. There's a connection here from spring. The spring equinox. And now it's the autumn equinox. These are the opposite energies coming together. Because, speaking of dancing, it's like there's a celebration and it's a unication. That's what they're showing to me. It's like a coming together of a community in order to celebrate, dance, raise the vibration in ceremony though. And there will be blessings there. It's connected to the rainbow. It's connected to the light. And what's going to allow us to do is to shapeshift. Because we need to refocus. That's what the main message is. Fall is a time of letting go, and we need to shift focus. There's a new beginning, and there it is. Because we're going to release. There's an activation from the wind. There's an activation by the air energies that are going to push us forth to tell our truths. And it's connected to a vision quest. And these are the visions of New Earth. These are the new beginnings. These are the new beginnings of mom and dad making up, the masculine and feminine working together with that equality to heal that hierarchy, to heal the lies, to heal the manipulation, to heal what's been untwisted, to heal the wounds, that drive us forth. We're healing from what wounds us. We're like health is the new currency. Healing is the new currency. That's the fountain of youth. Heal. Like, you know what? I know the sun is blaring on my face right now. And I'm sure, you know what? I'm not looking in the best lighting. Yes, I understand that. But you know what? The sun is on my face. And this reading is going down right now because it was called to go right down right now. This is real life. It's unfolding. This is where we honor, you know, the imperfections of things naturally unfolding. That's honoring the negative charge. Of course, I would love the sun to not be on my face right now. So, you know, but I feel vulnerable right now. I feel like the light is shining on me. Well, it is. And now I have to expand with that. I have to seek discomfort and create new patterning and expand through that, but still feel healthy. I can still feel healthy and add the positive charge, knowing that, you know, I do my best to take care of myself. I do my best to, you know, I think that when we add healthy patterning, you know what, age is just nothing but a number, and that's what it really turns out to be. We start investing in our health, we start taking care of ourselves, and then, you know what, when we're 40 plus, we can still look like we're 20. I wish I looked like I was 20, right? Okay, I need a rebirth. So we're seeing through the veil to create harmony. And this harmony is connected to what water and earth, the feminine, has been creating and working on here. This is this tetrahedron. Let's get a better view. The fog veiled, right? Speaking of the veil, getting a better view. The fog is lifting. We're seeing through our illusions. And this is connected to spending all that time with the mountains. Something was activated there this summer, and thank you guys for joining us to do that. It's connected to crystals, focus, and we know that crystal energy is connected to the earth. It's connected back to Mesopotamia. Check out those episodes of Mesopotamia and crystal energy for anyone who's interested. Now, we're creating a harmony. This is all about no longer living in disharmony. We're creating a harmony. So we need to have a new beginning. It's connected to sacred ceremony. And this is one of the main energies. And we will be receiving this card shortly. Hang tight, guys. Hang tight and stay tuned. This is being activated with wind. There's a wind activation here. And this is connected to Libra season and the balancing of our karmic scales. There's an activation. Something's being offered here. We're going to celebrate. We're having a sacred ceremony. We're going to celebrate. This is going to unite us. And it's connected to our vision quests, our visions of New Earth. So We understand we're being blessed. Rainbow energy, the light, and that's allowing us to shapeshift, okay? All this work we're doing is allowing us to shapeshift. And this is connected to the cycles and the seasons. Rebirth and release. This is a beautiful message. Wow. We're uniting. The world is coming together and we're uniting. This is what this means. Now, this global pandemic has unified us through the energy of the opposites, right? Through suffering, through pain, through separateness. Through our separateness, through our suffering, we are healing and we are uniting. We're creating this. Confirmation right there from the telephone. Hold on one sec, guys. Gotta love it, right? Energies of the opposites unite to heal, harmonize, raise the vibration, and heal with the earth. Save the planet, right? What we came here to do. Mission work, because we're working with the planet. Now, here in the northern hemisphere, when it is the autumn equinox, in the southern hemisphere, it is the spring equinox. Connection. That means in the northern hemisphere, when it's winter, in the southern hemisphere, it is summer. Connections. Spring equinox, rebirth. It's a time of rebirth, right? Spring. This is magical time of year where we come out of our winter slumber. We come out of the void. Growth is here. We're expanding. And look at all the buds. Look at all the colors, right? Like the buds that are about to create fruit. A lot of those buds, right? The bees are going to come around. They're going to pollinate everything. And those trees are going to grow fruit. And we'll look at trees, right? Those trees will bear fruit. We will harvest from them during the summer months. We're in a time of rebirth. Autumn. We're also in a time of harvest as well after summer, right? My favorite time of year being fall for the colors, the weather, but really, I mean, I still love summer. Don't ever kid yourself. Where I live, summer's like 2 weeks of the year, but no, all joking aside, where I live, we can have all 4 seasons within a day. Okay, the elements are constantly shifting us over here. We're in a time of harvest during the season of autumn. You know, there's canning that started. I remember doing canning with my mom as a small child. And, you know, you see the cornucopias around. Once October starts hitting, we have Thanksgiving. We give thanks. Guys, we got to start getting back to giving thanks to the earth. We've lost connection. We've lost connection with the harvest. We've lost connection with, you know, the gifts that are given to us, the bounty. We need to restore this. This is part of that ticket to new earth, right? Now, autumn. Very colorful time of year. We're going to use the tree again as this beautiful metaphorical example, right? We're in a time of release. What's happening with the trees? Many of them are losing their leaves and they're prepping for winter. They're prepping for what's being created within that void. This is what's happening right now. We are releasing to prep for what we're about to create within the void when we enter the cycle of winter. And we remember the cycles and the seasons are always teaching us something. They're connected to the rhythms of the universe. And we're connecting to the rhythms of the universe. And this is allowing us to expand. This is allowing us to heal, harmonize, raise our vibrations as we continue to amp up the building of new earth. Let's get our messages. Let's make some sense of these connections. Okay guys, things started to get really noisy. My channeling started to get thrown off. So it was time to take a break anyways. And you know what? The sun's going down. But there's a definite connection here. Spring equinox rebirth. The spring equinox, also called the vernal equinox, occurs on March 20th or 21st in the northern hemisphere and September 20th or 21st in the southern hemisphere. This is the point when the sun crosses the plane of the equator and day and night are the same length across the planet. Earth Mother is pregnant and is birthing once again. Crops can once again be planted. Venus is here. This is our connection to Venus, goddess of love, and the womb of creation. Also represented here, spring equinox, archetypical symbols, rabbits, eggs, and flowers. It is a needed time for renewal. So this was connected to, a rite of passage and having a certain light. Wow. You thought this passage you have been through would never end. Yes, some of us did not think so. But just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return, and the earth rejoices. And there it is. Spring is connected. Of course, the previous cycle was winter. So it felt like the world was fading away. So life was fading away, the symbolism. But now the earth rejoices with rebirth. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of the light. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all of her many forms, shapes, and colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother. The cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. Sometimes birth can be painful, particularly in the passage just before delivery. Yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. Be with the emergence of the next cycle with faith and grace. So we're going to be in emergence with the next cycle. So spring has come here to remind us of what happens, why the cycles are so important, the connection of them. So we're honoring the fact that spring is connected to winter. Well, autumn is also connected to winter, but in reverse, right? We've got winter, spring. The prep work we're doing here. But now we're in the prep work of autumn and winter. And being reminded of what we're releasing is going to make our rebirth that much more expansive. Our harvest that much more expansive. The divine is asking us to remember to release. Let's head on over to the next cycle within the sequence. We're going to release. The autumn equinox. In many areas of the world, deciduous trees prepare for the winter and conserve their energy by contracting their life force. That is, they release their leaves. I never thought about it like that, but that's completely true. So they're making the best use of their energy. They're preparing for winter. They're not going to be taking the nutrients to those leaves. They're going to be, working on other areas. So not this extension of growth of life, but this is symbolizing for within. In releasing their leaves, which have required the rays of the sun and nourishment from the earth in order to maintain robust growth and appearance. It's not a decision the trees make, at least not in the usual sense. Instead, it's a natural response to the decreasing cycle of light that sets up the gradual and steady release of the tree's leaves. And look at that, more symbology. We must meditate on what this means for self and our expansion. With the divine, masculine, feminine, child, through us from the heavens to the earth, right guys? Connection. We are all connected though. We're unifying. But we're doing this through self. We're honoring self right now. How remarkable is it that these trees, and for that matter, all of Mother Earth's children, simply know what to do with the changes in climate. Although this seasonal shift appears to be a death of sorts, it's only a preparation for the next cycle of life, one that will naturally follow the more extreme contraction of winter, as an aspect of the life, death, rebirth cycle that we find represented in so many different ways. And there it is, our connection to rebirth, right here, within the message of the autumn equinox. Now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed. for the emerging expression of who you are, allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest, while at the same time making preparations for the winter season. Look especially at your material possessions and be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away or somehow released. Consider shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable. And there's our connection to the karmic endings and new beginnings. As well as, and guys, we remember with karmic endings, it can be anywhere. These are lessons that we had to learn, experiences, people that were brought in our life in order to have these experiences with us so we could learn and expand and balance our karmic scales. And yes, sometimes we move on. Honoring too, this is happening through self, but yes, honoring we're still connected. And you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, all this is happening through self, but you can feel the connections of the others. You can feel the connections of the all. You can feel the connections of everything, right? And the more we open up, the more we feel. So this helps us too in honoring other people's universes. When we're working through self, we understand what that feels like. What is that feeling like? What does it feel like when other people affect our universes? And that allows us to do some more growth and some more expansion work with other people, because we're also honoring it with others. We're not just doing this with self. So yes, we're going to do this work with self, but whatever happens with us that's reflected back to us negative, we're also going to honor that this is also happening with other people, and that we have to know that this is also something common that unites us. Our connections from within to without. So we're going to let go of what's no longer viable, as well as a worker job that has become devoid of interest and passion, which will allow us to heal from the devil energies. Because our desires are the positive charge we're adding to heal, to get to the right cup. So with release comes a sense of being much lighter. Just like the trees that openly bear their nakedness once their leaves have departed and give room for whatever new life is ready to birth following a period of quiet and gestation. So there, once again too, there's a connection to a rebirth here. There's the connection to rebirth. We're going to give room for whatever new life is ready to birth following a period of quiet and gestation. So let go of whatever has outlived its purposefulness and trust that something else will take its place. So we're trusting that the divine, whatever we're letting go of or whatever we are releasing, there's a message right there. Whatever we're releasing with the divine here, there's a promise of a rebirth with the divine is also in the void with the feminine and masculine creation. This is beautiful and spectacular. But the main energy is why we're going to release and rebirth, release. Remember, everything's connected. Is this. This is what is happening. And this is about understanding that sacral, got the sacral chakra on the mind, baby. Okay. This is understanding that sacred spaces have a really big significance. And, our rituals and crystals, if that means something to you. This is working with crystals. It says right here, she has a crystal in her hand. This has to do with working with the light. The tapestry is on fire, symbolizing passion. That she's working with spirit during ceremony. She's doing something with her gift. She's connecting to the unknown. She's connecting to set forth with a heartfelt sense of relatedness to source. And this is in order to expand. But it's through this experience, whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from the intimacy with spirit for which you yearn. And that's why we have to drink from the right cup when we're healing from that cup that's burning us, right? It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power that is contained within you. And that's within us and what we consume within us, right? All around you, do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit, but also material objects you consider sacred. And we're going to work with the elements, and we can work with them in our living space, sacred objects. Because remember, earth, air, water, fire. We're honoring a particular season or cycle. Well, we know where it's connected to the fact where there it is right there. There's our connection. We're on point. We're following our synchronicities and signs. We're changing seasons. We're changing cycles. Feel your heartbeat. Oh, wait. This is when we're going to connect to spirit guides. So we're going to breathe their presence and ask these divine beings to guide you throughout the process. Trust their guidance, feel your heartbeat, and keep breathing. Breathing is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. And this is breathing through it, breathing through what's uncomfortable, breathing through what's vulnerable, breathing through depression, breathing through what's lower vibrational in order to raise our vibration. And understanding too, like, sometimes, like, honoring what's unfolding in front of us. Like, it's not perfect. Yes, you know, I wanted one card, not 15, however many that was. But this was where I was called to just let it unfold. And it's part of the unfoldment process, right? Guys, you know what's funny? I want to move on here, and I'm sitting here, and I forgot to mention that this is all connected to horse and freedom. And that here, before we move on to letting La Luna speak, is connected to this space here. But this is the masculine and feminine together, represented there. The masculine by the horse, and the feminine here by working with the honoring the masculine energy and letting it to rise here. And then her sword is lit with fire because she's using her wisdom and she's acting with it. As well as, you know, the masculine is moving forth, rising, free to expand. You know what? We're going to tarot. Let's go to the tarot. You're kidding me. Alright, guess La Luna wants to speak. You go, girl, let's go. Honor the feminine. I gotta listen to her. That's how I'm gonna make this. That's how I'm making this happen. That's how I'm gonna make this happen. And oh baby, I wanna make this happen. And I sure wanna see this happen. Okay? It's time. Oh, wait. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Thank goodness. Ooh, there's 2 cards. I didn't even know. And there's these cards flipped out over here. They're not part of the message. I don't feel it. Oops. Well, let's see what this is. Hold on. Okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The self node, of course. Karmic endings, right? This is about balance. Don't let your past hold you back. We know this. We can't let our past hold us back. Hecate told us this. The goddess of past, present, and future. Now, you and your loved ones are safe. Thank goodness. New moon in Cancer. And look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is where we had the positive charge, right? This energy is really speaking. We're going to hit our mark. We're going to hit our aim. What we're setting forth to do, which is where we have to... We're raising our vibration to have a reconnection to spirit in some way. And we have to honor it through some sort of, you know, healing space. From within to without and without to within. We're going to do this balanced. Okay, what's being... No, this way. All right, some tarot. What's going down? I love autumn. I love fall. I love this time of year. I love the cooking. I love... the weather. I love how beautiful it is. I love it's just a beautiful picture. I want to be painting constantly. All right, Ace of Cups. Of course, we're connecting to our cup. We know we need this. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Yeah, we're going to connect to our cup instead of our fears. It's time. It's time to walk away from this. But remember, we're creating love from fear. So La Luna is here. Thank you, La Luna. And La Luna is going to help us see what we need to see within the 4 of Swords. But this is honoring the feminine and the masculine. We have the Swords energy But this fourth, we're honoring a rest here. We're honoring a pause. We're taking a pause. So in the stillness, we're going to see something we need to see. And it's connected to, look at that, the masculine. And there's the Ace of Pentacles. We're being gifted. We're being gifted through the earth. What a beautiful gift. Thank you, La Luna. Yep, and the Page of Pentacles is here. And remember, this is the Four of Pentacles shift. But we need the Queen of Cups. And we know that Pisces is helping us to drink from the right cup. To move away from the cup that's going to burn us and to connect to the right cup, which is we've gone full circle. Where did that Ace of Cups go? There we go. We've connected to the right cup. We did it. All right. Seven of Wands, we're healing, and Justice is here. Look at that, balancing of our karmic scales, because we've seen what we need to see. The Ace of Swords is here. And now we're going to continue to do some alchemy. Temperance is here between masculine and feminine, and it's going to be to heal from the Five of Cups to restore connection through the Three. Woo! And then I want you to see the Hierophant is here, and we've restored connection. Remember, this is the feminine and masculine working together within the unknown. The feminine seeking and the masculine higher self expanding. Mom and dad working together. The divine child is present. And look at that. Need I see more? King of Wands. And we move forth. The Chariot is here. We're moving forth. Let's see what's being activated. What's being activated? Woo! Queen of Cups, and there it is. I don't even know. I was gonna say quadruple, but we're over that now. We're like we are even fourth than that. Yep. Pisces is helping us to purify from having an ending to dealing with our fears, because the Ten of Swords and Nine of Swords is here. Because remember, it's Pisces leading us from old earth to new earth. And we're going to do it from within. And then, look, the Ace of Wands is here. The masculine is here. We'll add that to the cup. And there's growth here. And look at that. We push through the surface. We expand. And it's connected to new earth and the Page of Wands. And this is the feminine and masculine working together through the divine child. And the wheel turns. Thank you to the High Priestess. Look at what she helped us do. She helped us to remove ourselves from the Four of Coins here. We were trapped here. Remember, the masculine had to work with the feminine in order to have the power shift. Here, we were trapped. We couldn't go through. We couldn't go through that door. Where's Freedom Horse? You know, Freedom Horse. We couldn't go through that door. So now we do. We expand. Guys, I gotta talk to my son. One sec. Okay, guys, so I'm having a little snack. That's why my hands have, well, it's kind of coming off. But you know what? A great way to do a little healthy detox. Grate some beets. Grate some red onion if you want into it. These are all great antioxidants, and beets help to even purify the blood. That's how incredible they are. And if we, grate them, we can still break them down with lemon and lime. And that also adds more antioxidant properties and helps us to heal the gut and digestive issues and clear out toxins, as well as I put fresh parsley in this one. Okay. But I've eaten all the parsley out of here first. So good. And of course, your favorite seasonings. All right. Always just think of changing cycles, being thankful for whatever Mother Earth is harvesting with us. And to me, that's really the biggest gift that she's always giving back through that Ace of Pentacles. Let's get our activation. Queen of Cups. Now I have beet lip. All right. It's a natural lipstick. Okay. I very much enjoy this card. I'd like to be the Queen of Cups. She is spiritual, artistic, and dreamy. And look, she's connected to spirituality, otherness, and mystery, and everything we need to be connected to right now. And this is what we are trying to do. This is what we're setting forth to do here. To reconnect with our spirituality within a different way. And that's why we're moving forth from one cup to another. And the Queen of Cups is helping us to pick the right cup. She is spiritual, artistic, dreamy, and deeply in touch with her subconscious. She is supposed to be psychic, and even if she isn't, she appears to be because of her surprising insights into other people. She's a watcher, a mirror, a lover of the other side. She is very like the High Priestess. But unlike the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups is deeply interested in the affairs of other people, and ain't that the truth? And being a Piscean, I know all about this. They come to her for advice, and she uses her gentle insight to cunningly tease out secrets and wisdom, helping them to use their dreams to guide them, just as she uses her own dreams to guide her. And that's the truth. All I want to do is inspire. With dreaming again, with dreaming again that the earth matters, with dreaming again that we matter, that, you know, doing what's right matters. Just because you know what's right, just because you know. And everyone else is doing something else, but you just got to go this way. You just got to go this way because you're being called to go that way, so you're going, and that's what answering the call is. Now, she can be easily exasperated by practical interests. However, it is not that she cannot apply herself to everyday problems that are handed to her. It's that she dreams spiritual wonders every night and can't quite see how you can imagine that paying the telephone bill on time ranks anywhere near as important in the relative scheme of things. Yeah, and just like that, my biscuit boo was just in the water. The water was speaking, the element of water. When the Queen of Cups appears in your reading, it's a sign to tap into your dreams and subconscious. I wouldn't be afraid of falling into the Queen of Cups' spiritually rich world of wonders and impossibilities. But then again, as I've admitted, I'm biased. Well, I can't say I'm not a little myself. Being a Piscean, it's beautiful energy. But I mean, when we look at our birth chart and we really break it down, we see we're a mixture of a lot of things. Now, yeah, some of us really have, like I've seen some birth charts where it's like, wow, there's really a lot of, one sign. But for the most part, when you break it all down, you can see what's happening, right? And I mean, that's how we can all unite and understand each other. We're a little mix of this and that. And then we're a little mix of what has happened to us here, our experiences. And that's how we're going to continue forth in honoring our uniqueness. Okay guys, one more message and we're going to say goodbye until we meet again. We're going to dive further into what has happened here. Breach. There's been a breach. Guys, I know that this is a message because my ears ringing. I'm trying to find whale. And I can't find winter solstice. But I gotta find whale. Breach. Another connection to the water. This powerful creature of the ocean takes a few great sweeps with his fins. And propels himself briefly out of the waters where he spends the majority of his life. He's taking a break from the ordinary earth element in which he lives to exist even for a few moments in the realm of the blue skies and sun, having broken through the skin of the ocean in a magnificent display of fullness and strength. All baleen whales breach, but none more spectacularly than the humpbacks, considered the acrobats of the family. They arch, stretch, and twist their bodies even as they approach the surface of the water. in what may be an ancient mating ritual and form of communication, or even a way to remove parasites. Well, look at that. We're connecting, communicating, and we're detoxifying and removing parasites and with a slower vibrational all at the same time. Woo, look at that. We're making the most of our energy. Like, we're making the best of our moves at the same time. And that's it, really, the energy of opposites coming together. And we are that much closer to, our divine inheritance and the creation of it, and, the building of new earth and our mission work and what we came here to do. Now, in this image, the humpback whale that has burst out of the ocean expresses an almost palpable feeling of release and joy, release and rebirth. Often where we manage to change our environment to break through illusionary blockages, we experience an intense feeling of relief and can let go of any previously held fears and assumptions that would happen once we did overcome that barrier. Whether it's material, emotional, or mental, simply getting away from the trance of technology for a few hours and spending that time in nature is a breach from the trappings of civilization that can suffocate us and prevent us from connecting to the earth. And boy, isn't this smack in the face to me right now. I feel like I felt really agitated today and I needed to spend more time outside with the earth. It is time to take a break, not just a coffee break, but a respite from the usual environment you find yourself in. That trip you wanted to take, go for it. Tired of being indoors? Make it a point to get outside. You've become so attached to your surroundings that you have created within them an illusion of safety. Yet it is not these things that make you feel safe. Rather, the familiarity you have imbued in your surroundings have generated this false sense of security. Taking time away from the familiar is literally about changing your external environment in a significant way, such as doing something unusual, perhaps something you have always wanted to experience. Another perspective is breaking through the barrier of beliefs that have constricted you in any way from being who you truly are. And that's connected to the harmony we're playing and what's connecting us. We need to be who we truly are. This is an opportunity to do some intentional breaching of these thought patterns, which will open you to different worlds and perspectives. So this is how we're raising that vibration. Whatever it is we're doing, we're raising up something here. Yeah, because it has to do with the mind. Because this is just what fell over. Okay, and it didn't fall over for no reason. So look, we're healing from what's separate. The Four of Cups through the earth with the masculine. We're gonna ground it, but what do we have to ground? This, look at this. Our worries through the earth. Our worries of connection, our worries of finances, our worries of not making it, our worries of tomorrow, our worries of shifting from old earth to new earth, our worries of what's happening, of what's unknown, of adding the positive charge to the negative, whatever it is in our healing situation. But we all know it's the Five of Wands. Five of Swords charge we're healing from. And it's time to see through our illusions. And our illusions are connected to social conditioning, programming, patterning. What's distorted? Manipulation of energy, wounding, patterning that's created by trauma, pattern that's created by wounding, patterning that's created by not ingesting enough water, enough healthy electrolyte, high vibe foods, whatever it is, we're being reflected back to us on our path that we're changing. Going all natural with cleaning products in our environment, washing our clothes with all natural dish soap, soaps, and not polluting the air with a lot of those fabric softeners do. And if you look, they're really unhealthy for us. A lot of those perfumes and scents and like stuff that's in a lot of that stuff, it's not healthy for us. And so we're going like all natural cleaners in our home, and there's a lot of great things being offered at discounted price. And yeah, you know, it sucks sometimes that some things cost a little bit more, but right now, you know what? Our health is the new currency. We just honor this, you know, and drink as much water as you feel called to do. Coconut water, like, I don't know, make yourself some fancy beverages that you just don't feel like you're depriving yourself. You know, we can have fun with this. We can create with this. We can shift with this with a child and creation. The Queen of Cups and the child, right? The Queen of Cups and the cup. Spirit, the divine. We can expand from the heavens to the earth through us. I love you guys. Until we meet again, we go deeper, even to where we've gone. We search in the unknown. We expand. Love you guys. Take care. I flipped to Tsunami in the book, you know, and it says wake up call. And I saw 4 woodpeckers today and a blue jay. There's a message here. There's something else. There's a connection. We're going to have to add this in.